My name is Steve Parker. We're here at Fidens Brewing Company in Albany, New York. Today we're going to talk about Hazy IPA. We're going to talk about rain, we're talking about water, we're talking about yeast, we're talking about hops, and we're going to talk about the overall process to make a quality hazy. Hazy beer is something that I fell in love with in the early 2000s, traveling around, going to different breweries, really amazed of the beer that was coming out of these breweries and wondering to myself how it was tasting like this. Today we're just going to talk about some of the process of how at Fidens we make our hazy. What drew me to hazy? For one, it was the hop expression. It was also the softness and the drinkability with the hop expression. It was something that I'd never tasted. It was different. And the mouthfeel was very stout-like with the hoppiness and without a lot of the malt presence. I mean, first of all, why we wanted to brew Hazy IPA is that was a beer that I like to drink. That was a beer that all my friends drank, and that's why when we opened our business, that's why we focused on it. I was a home brewer. I homebrewed for about 2.5 years before we opened Fidens, mostly focusing on hazy beer. When we opened Fidens, we had a goal that we were going to sell everything over our counter. We were really going to focus on one style of beer at first, and that was hazy beer. We opened with a 4-barrel system, which looking back was probably shouldn't have done that, but we learned from that. We only brewed about once a week. When we first started, it was about 28 barrels a month that we would put out. Things got busy. We started brewing more. We jumped up to about 28 barrels a week. At that point, we were crowlering all of our cans. We ended up buying a new brew system, jumped up a little bit more in production, bought a canning line. Once we got the canning line, then that's when things really took off for us, where we started seeing our product moving a lot more. Today, we still have our we have a 7-barrel system, the second one that we bought, but instead of doing a turn a day, we are doing 3 to sometimes 4 turns, 5 days a week. And that is pretty much to meet the demand of the beer here at this new tap room. We opened up this tap room in July of this past year, and just excited to be able to have our beer on draft. Our beer till that point was only in cans. We'd open up our doors, people would come in, buy the cans and leave. We couldn't really serve anybody a pint. We couldn't really talk about the beer. It was just come in, get your cans and leave. Now at the tap room, we have 28 tap handles. We are probably about 12 of those is doubles. 2 to 3 is single IPAs, 2 to 3 is pales, and then we fill the rest out with lagers, stouts, sours. Hazy beer is what we do. I mean, it's most of the beer that we have on tap. It's most of the beer that we have in cans to go. So today we're going to talk about the process of what we do at Fidens to make our hazy beer. To learn more about brewing Hazy IPA, click the link below.